Good evening, everyone. Welcome again to the Adams Brothers Podcast, joined by your gracious hosts, Wayne Adams and Darrell Adams, the Adams Brothers Podcast. We welcome everyone again.
What's up?
To the Adams Brothers Podcast. We got a little bit to talk about tonight. Of course, we're going to talk about the Orange Man. We're going to talk about ICE, the ICE raids that are happening all over the country, actually. We're going to be talking about the Orange Man and everything associated with his administration. We've seen a lot of raids, as some people say. We tried to tell everyone, which I have no problem with the raids. I'm going to be very clear and specific right now. If you're over here illegally, then you need to go. If you come over here the right way. So I have no problem with what is being done. Every other president did it. President Obama, he deported over 3 million people, I believe it was. So that is not nothing normal what Trump is doing it. Now, the way he's doing it is
come down some more.
It's something different.
I don't know if they'll be able to hear. All right. I had to lower that intro music a little bit so you all can hear us, but go ahead.
No, I was just saying that what Trump did was, it's just different how the methods like he's using military planes and all to but I have no problem with any of that. I mean, like I said before, if you over here illegal and you committing a crime and whatever, then you need to go. So
Yeah.
that's it. I mean, the people knew some of those same people that's getting deported right now. Some of them supported Trump and some of them voted for him. So it is what it is with that. I mean, we gonna survive Trump.
Some people have
as
to
I
find
said
out the hard
before.
way, though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you voted for him. So now you have to live with the consequences.
That's
So,
right.
you know, if you end up back in the country where you don't want to be, then hey, you know, that's how it is. If you and I'm a firm believer myself, if you come to this country, you have to come here the right way. I can't go to Italy or France or Canada and just go there and just live and just do what the heck I want to do without going there and doing, you know, doing the proper paperwork and everything and getting your driver's license and there. There's it's protocol, you know, that you have to follow. And if you don't follow it, and if you end up back in one of those third world countries or wherever you know they came from, you know, hopefully they don't get killed or anything, but you have to come here the right way. You just can't come here and live in a country and you're not supposed to be here.
No, it don't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. So
and it doesn't matter who's in office.
I agree with
Trump
President Trump on
else.
this. Here, if you don't have the proper paperwork and if you didn't come here legally, then you shouldn't be here.
Yeah, without doubt. You know. And the Trump administration had everyone up in a uproar yesterday with the program that they put on pause. But you know, it's been very conflicting information. First, it was said it wouldn't affect the Medicare. Then they came back and say they had to go back and check. So, and then we come to find out later on that day or somewhere in the day, the federal judge halted it. So. Put a stop to it for now. The Trump administration's executive order that what they were doing. So it's a lot going on, but you know, hey, it is what it is. Like I say, we gonna survive Trump. We just gonna have to put up with a lot of foolishness every day. Every day you come home from work, you're gonna see a bunch of clowns on TV. You know, talking crazy, and some of the stuff that he's doing is good. I mean, he's opened up the Kennedys, both of the Kennedy brothers, John and Robert, and Dr. King's file, something the Democrats should have done, and I'll never understand why they didn't do it. You had from Clinton to Obama to Biden, they all could have unsealed those files or whatever. I know other files, there's certain files one time I remember was supposed to be opened and couldn't be opened until 2028. But Trump expedited that. I guess those files are included. I guess they were trying to wait till some of those people die, hoping that they die, because in those files, I think you're going to find a lot of informants that was right in our community, that was around Dr. King every day. You're going to see a lot of those people that was around Dr. King. They're going to be unmasked as informants. And then I think a lot of it is going to be redacted too. So you're not going to, it's a lot of things you're not going to see. I mean, if I know them, they have 45 days, I think I was told, for Dr. King files. I believe with the Kennedy files, I believe it was 15 days. But I believe with Dr. King files, it's 45 because they want to go through them a little bit more thorough. And I don't know, maybe they might be trying to hide something in them 45 days.
The devil is always in the details.
So yeah, but it's very interesting. I mean, I go over the archives right now looking for little tidbits in the life and how they was harassing Dr. King. They harassed that man daily. I mean, that man was under
eavesdropped on him, spied on him.
He was under
everything,
constant threat,
surveillance
every day, surveillance. They were calling his home. They were putting out all kind of things about him. I mean, we don't know. I don't know. Do you really trust what the FBI say in those files? Because they were on a discredit campaign. They were going after King, and they sent letters to him telling him to commit suicide, to kill himself. J. Edgar Hoover, one of the biggest racists that ever held the FBI, that was ever the director of the FBI. And the shameful part is they need to take his name off that damn building up in D.C. His name should never be on that building. That man was a disgrace. I mean, he harassed just black, not just King. He harassed all kind of white actors and activists. I don't even understand to this day how that man's name still stands on that building.
Yeah,
I don't.
It's still up there. And that was an email that was sent to the federal employees yesterday, asking them to pretty much resign and take a package of like 6 or 7 months pay. I think that's shameful. I know I won't say the person's name, he or she, but I have a friend that worked for the federal government, and he or she is very scared for his or her job right now, because how could you? I mean, again, when you sign up for a job 25 years ago, your job, when you interview for that job, when you went to HR, to the HR department for I forgot the training that they give you after they hire you, but whatever it's called, when you go there, they promise you this benefit package, which includes this and this and this and that. And now, fast forward 25 years later, they want you to resign. Not that you did anything wrong. You get good evaluations and everything, and and everything, and now they want you to resign because they want to cut costs. I think that's shameful. Shame on everybody that thinks that is okay. Okay. Anybody that thinks that a person that has dedicated 25 years of their life, to working on a job, and they send you an email asking you to resign, or if you choose to stay with the federal government, they can't promise you that your job will be available for you. So they're pretty much trying to push you out. And that's just shameful, and this is what you get from your government. This is what you get from your government. And I hope all of those federal employees out there, I hope you end up, keeping your job,
Well, the ones that was home, I have no problem with him asking them to come back to work.
Yeah,
in person.
That's not a problem. But asking them to resign.
Yeah. But the ones that's home, working from home, I have no problem with him asking them to come back in person. That's what we're paying our money for as taxpayers. So I don't have a problem with that. And like I say, it's a lot of things I don't have a problem with what he's doing, but the programs, a lot of the SNAP programs, the programs for the kids, the food programs, the free lunch or whatever it is, the reduced lunch. I don't want to see those. But yeah, they said some of that. And then, like I say, the press lady came back out and said yesterday she would have to check. So long as if he want to streamline government, I have no problem with that.
Some of it needs to be reorganized.
Yes, I
some
don't.
of it does need to be reorganized, but to get rid of Department of Education and
Department of Energy,
HUD. Yeah, HUD, and he was talking about getting the FBI and maybe the Department of Justice. He just wants to go in and reorganize everything and put a lot of things back at the state level.
Yeah. Well, they fired a lot of the FBI people that were had the task of investigating the Trump administration, and they do that. That's something, that's something where
I want to go to jail.
Where different administrations come in, and that's something that's done. I mean, especially with the DOJ, they come in and they get rid of a lot of the attorneys, like the I forgot the Haitian gentleman that we had for the Southeastern District. I can't remember his name, but I know he resigned. But that's normal. I mean, that's normal when someone comes in, the DOJ and the FBI, they fire a lot of people.
They're going to bring their own people in.
They bring people who they trust. And so I don't have a problem with that. Like I say, stick to the economy, because that's what him and his supporters were screaming about, the economy, the price of eggs
and food and everything. And the price of eggs is continuing to go up.
But he said, a Yahoo interview, he said that the inflation is not his number one concern. So there we are. We're getting conflicts. And I want his supporters. I mean, they were talking about the economy. Well, like Daryl said, eggs continuing to go up right now.
They were $2 and like they were like $3 and under $3 for 18 eggs here about a year ago or so. Year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Now I'm hearing eggs are almost $5-6.
$7. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We had some relatives go to the store the other day and they said that eggs was like $7.
But we're going to give him a chance to fix it, because
exactly.
you know how they always say, well, use your common sense. When the new president comes in,
fix from the
it's the prior administration's policies that's still into effect.
Yep.
So,
and it is.
It is. And so you have to give him the benefit of the doubt. Give him a chance to fix it. But if he doesn't fix it, we'll be here to call him out, just like we do. And I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, Independent, I don't care.
Me either.
I just want to do right by
fix
the people.
Country. Fix the
If you can fix the country, fix it.
Yep.
Okay. But not for your top 1%.
And the billionaires,
fix it for everybody.
The millionaires,
okay.
But they call them oligarchs.
I don't know what they call it. But fix it for everybody, not just that top 1% and the billionaires and all of this and that who don't pay their fair share of taxes. Okay.
Fix it for everyone.
Fix it for everyone.
Don't go in trying to tear programs down traditionally. Like, again, they keep saying DEI, where I read an article even 2 years ago where it said black people only make up 4% of DEI. I don't know if that's true, so I'm just telling you what I read. But so a lot of those programs are even though they're saying it, I don't know if they truly affect. I mean, it affects the 4%, but I don't know how many overall of African Americans that it do affect. So we just have to sit back and see. This just day 9, and every day is something different.
Yeah.
Earlier in the week they had disbanded the Tuskegee Airmen. The Tuskegee Airmen had to be, and they came back. I believe that was one of the first orders that Pete Hegseth did, as he came back, and he reinstated that. So it's a lot going on.
Want to welcome some of our guests, the Ocean Pearl Motel. Hello, how you doing? Nika McKenzie, what's up there, Fat Red? Hello, Patricia Arnold. Hey, Patricia said, or get your own chickens. Yeah, it's enough chickens around here in Deerfield and everywhere else. So if you want to save some money on eggs, look at all these roosters and chickens crowing up, up in the trees, 3 o'clock in the morning, start 3:30 in the morning every single day. And every neighborhood in every city here, from Delray all the way down to Miami, you could name it, you name it. There's chickens everywhere popping up in the neighborhoods, and they'll getting chickens, and they're letting them run wild. You go in front of Cracker Barrel, there's 15 or 20 out there. You go to the 7-Eleven on Southwest 10th Street, there's 5 or 10 of them out, roosters walking around the parking lot. I mean, they're everywhere. So I'm sure they have eggs somewhere. You just go follow the chickens and go get you some eggs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
we heard about ICE in Coral Springs too.
They've been here.
We heard ICE was in Coral Springs, Florida earlier. If anyone want to call in and tell us about, put the call-in number down there too.
Oh, it's not on the
No, it's not on the ticker.
The number to call in 754-227-1986.
If you want to call in and tell us about you seen some ICE raids, the number is on the ticker right now. 754-227-1986. Call in. We're not calling. If you call in, no one's gonna take no No, we're not gonna be doing that. You know, people taking shots at people. Not gonna do that.
Nika McKenzie said they on Lions Road right now. Okay, Lions Road. Okay, round them up.
Yeah, I have no
Load
problem.
them up.
I have no problem.
Time to go back, boys. If you're not here illegally, then it's time to go.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't save you. I can't go to your country, wherever you're from, and just walk in there and just go live there and do whatever I want. I have to go there. There's a process that you have to go through. You just can't come here, hop off a boat and run here and dive on the sand, on the beach there, and then say you're an American, which that was, a favorable law for some people, a certain
dry foot
group of people here. If you made it to America and your feet touch land, the sand, you were a citizen. So I've always had a problem with that. If you're gonna do it for one country, you need to do it for all of them. And if you don't do it for all of them, then I don't want to hear all of this about, they had, as a dictator in this country and this and that. I don't want to hear all of that.
I saw a comment earlier that someone wanted some clarification on something. Yeah, good Ocean Pearl Motel. The Ocean Pearl Motel. Good evening, gentlemen. Have you heard anything about the council Deerfield Beach Central City Corridor Community Outreach and Rezoning Project kickoff meeting? No, we haven't heard anything. I heard
what have you heard?
They in the process now of rescheduling that meeting. That's all we heard, that they're in the process of rescheduling it. So yeah. I'll be glad when it comes, because the community will get a chance to come out to the Tigner Center whenever that meeting is announced. The community should come out and give their input on what they would want to see in the Central City Corridor, and of the outreach and the results of their canvassing of the area. That would be something of good importance to the people here in Deerfield Beach.
So if you have any information on that Ocean Pearl Motel, you can put it in the chat. We'd like to know. And we will keep the community updated on that meeting, because if you live in District 2, especially here in District 2, where the Dixie Quarter comes right through, that you need to be at that meeting
whenever it is announced.
Okay?
And we don't know when that might be. It could be next month, could be March. We don't know. We will keep everyone informed when that meeting happens, so everyone can give their input and no one can't say the classic line about "I didn't know." So
we have election coming up here in Deerfield Beach on March the 11th. We're gonna be electing a new mayor and 2 new commissioners, a new commissioner in District 3 and a new commissioner in District 4. So to the people, everybody in Deerfield can vote for the mayor. So I advise everybody to do their homework and go back and look at video of the meetings. If it's something that you didn't like, that this current commission made a decision on or voted on or passed, you write that question down and you have a chance to address them about your concerns. So again, I can't stress this enough. Make sure you do your homework on these candidates. I don't care if it's out in 3 or 4. Make sure you do your homework. Don't just go and vote for someone because someone tells you, oh, yeah, just vote for this person or vote for that person. Don't do it. Use your own common sense, okay? If it's something that you don't like that's going on in this city, right now, this is the time for you to voice your opinion and change it, okay? If you want new faces in there, vote. If you want to keep the same faces in there,
Vote.
vote. Either way, whatever way that you choose, just vote. Okay. Don't call the Adams brothers and complain to us on the phone because we get it all the time. Man, they're gonna do this and they're gonna do that. Look, did you vote? No, I didn't vote. So I mean, if you don't vote, you shouldn't have nothing to complain about.
And the candidates for mayor have been out. I mean, they have been visible within the community.
Yes,
They have. I mean, I had people tell me that they've been visible within the community. Mr. Hertz and Mr. Drosky have been in the community. So, you know, if they knock on your door, then whoever knock on your door, ask them tough questions. I mean, ask them questions about your community. Ask them. You know, don't wait. That's your opportunity right then to ask them questions about what you want to see over here in your district or any questions of concern. Ask them. And also the last day to request a vote by mail ballot for the Tuesday, March 2025 election is Thursday, February 27, 2005. So if you're going to vote by mail, request a ballot by Thursday, February 27, 2025. That is the last day to request a ballot here for the March 11th Deerfield Beach election. And as Darrell said, you're going to have a new mayor. You're going to have a new District 3 commissioner and a District 4 commissioner.
And the candidates for mayor is Todd Drosky. He's currently the vice mayor. Dan Hertz, HERZ, and Richard Chad Stevens. He's a blogger, a former blogger here. Maybe he is still blogging here. I don't know if people even still look at a blog right now, but used to be a blogger here. And 3, there's Daniel Shinesky.
No, what Carol Burner, isn't it? Isn't she running for mayor too?
Carol Burner. That's right. Carol Burner.
She's running for mayor.
I'm sorry, Miss Burner. I forgot you. Carol Burner. She's also running for mayor. And in District 3, I believe there's 3 names: Daniel Shinesky, Karen Shelley, and Phil Bradley. And in 4, I believe it's Chauncey Chapman and Tom Plott, Plaut. So
you guys are welcome to come on our podcast.
Yeah, you don't have if you want votes, you don't even have to live in our district. But if you want to come on our podcast, you're welcome to come on here, because people from every district in this city and other districts and other cities or whatever, they all watch our podcast. Okay.
And you have people trying to put a mayoral forum together right now.
Yes.
We're in the process right now of involved. Not saying we're gonna, details coming, but we're in the process right now trying to put something together for the mayoral candidate. All the candidates will be invited to come. As we said, more details will be coming on that soon. So we're trying to just get the dates right, and if everyone can agree on the dates, that'll be going on soon. And that's we will have more details on that to come for the mayoral forum.
We'll have some further details on that coming up real soon. As soon as we hear back from our people, or we will let you all know, and we'll give you further details. All you
of
have
the
to
location
do is
and all.
keep watching here on the Adams Brothers podcast, and we'll fill you in on all of that. So
hopefully we can get it back at the house of worship, our house of worship, where we do the audio and video at Greater Bethel AME Church. We're gonna try to see if we can get it there. Greater Bethel AME Church is not the oldest church, but it's one of the oldest African Methodist Episcopal church here. So we're trying to just get that going, and once we get that going, like we said, we will have more more details, and hopefully the place is filled up that night. I remember the last time we had one here for the District 2 commissioner. It was full that night. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can get it filled again. We got some special. We got some good people. That's just more details to come on that.
Do you like to sing? Want to sing better? If you want to learn from the world-renowned singer, teacher, Gene Townsend, you could, they're going to have free lessons, and it's on our website. We have someone calling in right now. Let's see who we have calling in here. Hello? Hello? We had someone call in just now.
Hello?
Hello, caller. I think whoever's calling in,
Is your mute button on?
is my mute button? No, it's not on. Look like Mr. Hers. If you want to call back, call back. I don't know what happened here.
Is your phone connected?
Yes, it is. Mr. Hers, hang up and call back.
Call him back. Because I don't hear nothing.
I may have to, Mr. Hers, I'm going to call you back. Give me a second here. Let's make sure we're connected here. I'll call you right back, okay, sir? Let's see here. What happened? Go ahead and talk to him while I figure this out.
Yes, we're trying to get having a technical difficulty here at this moment right now, but we're going to get the caller on that was calling in.
It's fair.
No, there you go. Put this on. You should be You can hear him now. Hello, caller. How you doing? Welcome to the Adams Brothers podcast.
I don't hear it.
I hear it from earlier.
I can't hear. I don't know what's wrong with our phone line here tonight.
Can you hear us, caller?
I can hear you perfectly.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. Now we can hear you. Oh, hello, Mr. Dan Hers, candidate for mayor here in the city of Deerfield Beach. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great tonight. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. What would you like to talk about?
Good. Well, I just wanted to do like a quick PSA because there are two candidate forums already scheduled.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to let you know when and where. And they're actually right now near the end of February on back-to-back nights. But one of them is way east on Monday, the 24th of February at 5:30. This will be at the Wyndham Hotel. They're nice enough to give a room, and the sponsor is the Greater Fort Lauderdale Chamber of Commerce, of which Deerfield Beach is a part of. And they're going to have just a mayoral forum at 5:30 p.m. that night with the four candidates.
Okay.
And then the following night on the 25th at the Tigner Center at 6:30 p.m., it will be sponsored by the League of Women Voters. and this will be a candidate forum covering both District 3 and 4 and the mayor's race.
Okay.
Thank you for that
And-
information.
And no problem. They say it won't be a debate, but you can address questions, and there'll be questions from the audience, and of course, each candidate will have a few minutes to give an opening and a closing statement.
And how many of the candidates will be present? Do you know?
Well, they're all invited, and
Who's committed?
it's always a bad thing. It's always a bad thing when you have an empty chair with the candidate's name
Yes.
on it.
Yes, yes.
So-
I know, but we'd like to know if you know, or if anybody out there that's watching right now knows that who has committed to coming and appearing at these candidate forums.
If you know,
If you know,
maybe
you know,
maybe the League of Women Voters might know.
maybe
that.
if someone from the League of Women's women are is out there watching right now.
Right.
Yeah, we'd like to know
Mm-hmm.
who has committed to coming and answering the tough
Mhm.
questions from
whoever the moderator is.
right, from whoever the moderator is
Right.
going to be.
Host.
Because if you don't feel that you need to answer questions from us, the people that's going to vote for you, then you shouldn't be mayor here in this city
Or commissioner.
Yep.
or commissioner.
I couldn't agree more.
So if you can't talk, if you feel that you don't need to talk to any of us or answer any of our questions, you may as well take your name out of the race right now. I can tell you that much, because we will be asking tough questions and holding people accountable. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I know that with the League of Women Voters, they did send out an email to all the candidates, and they gave us a different it's a choice of dates, and then they settled on that Tuesday, February 25th. I know I can speak for myself that of course I committed, and I'm pretty sure that Commissioner Drosky would have as well. Or they probably wouldn't have scheduled it before he was okay with it. So
Right.
I can't speak for the other two mayoral candidates, but I know that Drosky and myself have committed.
Okay.
That's good.
All
That's
right.
good. The people will get to know all the candidates from the other districts too. That is good.
And the Adams, for the record, the Adams brothers, we are working on a candidate forum as well, and this will be questions from a moderator and from the public. Okay, so we're just letting you know right now, we won't be the moderator. Okay, we're gonna let you know that right now. We won't be the moderator. We're gonna set it up and host it and everything, but we won't be asking the questions because we don't want to be accused of being biased or favoring one candidate of the other. It'll be somebody totally neutral. Okay, so we are working on that right now. We are in the final stages of completing and setting up the location and the time, and we'll announce it here on our podcast and on our Facebook and YouTube channel. So yeah, so just stand by. Any other news you have to give us there, Mayor?
Or any other
candidate,
concerns while you're on
Dan
here?
Hurst?
Well, I tell you, the real reason I called up, I think I may have made I made a 15-minute clip of this and put it on Deerfield Beach Politics. Was it last week when Dr. Sherman Morris called in and he spoke extremely eloquently about the process that Deerfield Beach had just gone through in choosing a new city manager. And I don't want to rehash what he said, but I would like to stress to everyone to hear that clip because I think he gave a tremendous amount of good information. Obviously, yes, a lot of it was his opinion, but his
Yes.
logic made an awful lot of sense.
Yeah. And like you just said, a lot of it was his opinion and that in his opinion only. So, of course, Again, we're neutral here. We don't favor one candidate over the other, and we're always going to be fair to everybody that calls in or appears on our podcast. So yeah,
And
I
that's their
understand.
views. Their
Yeah.
views expressed on our podcast are their expressed
Absolutely.
views. But
Right.
and I wanted to just say this just me speaking even from last week.
Right.
I mean, I know the mayor been in this city, been the mayor in this city
16 years.
for 16 years.
Almost.
You know, he didn't have no, as far as I know, no one went to jail. And I mean, when he said the legacy part, my opinion, I think his legacy will be more than that
Then a storage.
storage unit.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I mean, you don't be in a position for 16 years and I know, like I say, that was his opinion. And I'm just saying, I don't think no one is a commissioner here or a mayor here, and that is someone's legacy. So
Right.
I just wanted to say that part. And I mean, if the mayor, Bill Gans, want to call in, if he's looking, he's welcome to call in and respond back to whatever that he heard on here. But as I say again, anyone that calls in, we give them a safe space to call here and express their opinion
Right.
about that. I'm like I say, I'm not in the business of trying to tear anyone down on our podcast. I
We just
believe
want
in
what's
coming
best.
on here and having a civil discussion.
Right.
But if people want to, if they want to, if they want to express themselves, again, I'll tell anyone, this is a safe space. We don't have to agree with everything that you say, but I always say I like to give people a safe place, just like a safe space, just like we gave you, Mr. Hurst, to come on here
Yeah.
and express your opinion.
And we
But
talk to all of the candidates. We talk to Mayor Bill Gans when we see him out in public. We talk to the vice mayor, and we talk to all of the future, all of the current candidates. With the exception of Chad Stevens, we haven't seen him. But Mr. Hurst, we talk to you, and we have good conversations every time we talk. And I enjoy talking to you. I enjoy talking to Vice Mayor and Bill Gans. So again, and we wish each and every last one of you good luck. We think it's going to be a very interesting race. So good luck to all three, all two candidates, all three candidates. It's going to be Chad Stevens, Dan Hurst, and Todd Droskey. So good luck to all three. Go ahead, Mr. Hurst.
And I want to say this too before Mr. Hurst goes. Anyone that comes on our podcast, you can go back and look at a clip. We have never had a guest because people were afraid to come on here. They see two black guys, middle-aged black guys, and they were afraid to come on here. Like a lot of people from the city one time. And look, we offer you a safe space to come on here. Those whatever opinions you have are that person's opinions. If you go back and look at any clip, you will never go back and see a clip where we disrespected anyone on our podcast. We gave whoever, I don't care whether they were Republican, Democrat, we gonna have district attorneys, people running for DA, for the Broward DA. We had everyone, and everyone have gotten off our podcast and told us that we treated them fair. So one thing I can say, if you come on our podcast, we're gonna treat you with the utmost respect, and we expect that same amount of respect back. But just because someone comes on our podcast and says something that you might not like, don't hold that against us, because if anyone can come back on here and respond to that either by chat or they can call in. Our call-in number is on there.
It's at the bottom of the screen on the ticket.
It's on the bottom of the screen. But I just wanted to say that, Mr. Hurst, you go on.
Go ahead, Mr. Hurst.
Yeah, the only other thing I just wanted to briefly talk about, forgetting a second about who to vote for, I'm just also trying so hard to get the word out about the election and about the vote by mail, because people who voted in November by vote by mail, and they think they're going to get a ballot, and they're not, because everything was wiped clean January 1st, and they must request a vote by mail from the supervisor of election in order to get it. And because there's so few races in March, the news media is not publicizing that at all. So it's really up to us, the candidates and people like you guys, to get the word out, because the last time there was a mayoral election in Deerfield Beach, the turnout was only 12%.
Yeah.
It was
And
poor.
I'm worried because of the vote by mail issue that people just don't know about. I'm worried it's going to be even lower than that, and that's a shame for everybody and for the city. So I'm doing my best. I've even had some talks with the city clerk lately about how we can do a better job of promoting not just the election, but the vote by mail issue that I unfortunately feel that a lot of people don't know about it.
Yeah.
And I think there's a cookout that some people are planning Saturday at 12 noon to try to bring some awareness to that issue as well. So we're trying every which way to help get the word out as much as possible.
And we'll help.
That's right.
We've been announcing it here on our podcast. The election is March the 11th, and you have to have requested your mail-in ballot by when, Mr. Hurst? I think it's the 20.
It's the 20,
February
February
27th.
27th. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to
Correct.
request.
You can request it
Okay, go ahead. You tell them.
by then, and yeah, you can have until then to request it, and then it's up to you to make sure that the supervisor of elections office receives it
Mm-hmm.
no later than 7 p.m. on the March 11th. So don't go trying to put it in the mail on March 10th, because your vote won't count.
Right.
So don't cut it that close.
Yeah.
Or you can always drop it off at the supervisor of elections office.
Right.
Right.
And that's
And
some good news.
unfortunately, yes, that's good. And unfortunately, no early voting for this election because of the few amount of cities that are actually having elections. So
Right.
you only have two options: you show up March 11th, or you get your vote by mail.
Right.
And again, you've got to request it. Just because you had one in November, you're not going to get one this time
Yeah.
around unless you
Yeah.
specifically request it.
You have to
Yeah.
request a mail-in
mail-in
ballot.
ballot.
They will not automatically send it to you. Okay, so we want to make that
Correct.
And that's the way to
very
go, I
crystal clear.
believe.
Yeah, yes.
Mail in. I did it for the first time during the November general election, and it was easy. I mean, I sat at home and was able to just whoever I didn't know, I just Googled it and looked things up on them, and that's the way for me from now on. I don't think I'm ever gonna go back in the polls again.
Right.
I just
And-
don't think for me I will.
Correct. And then also you still have time if you've never voted before and you want to register to vote for the first time. That deadline is coming up. I believe it's about a little over 10 days from now, because normally it's 30 days before the election date. If you've never registered, that's the deadline to register for the first time,
Okay.
so that you could vote in the March 11th election.
Okay.
And one last public service announcement, if you'll let me.
Yes,
No,
because
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just
It's a
don't.
safe space.
yeah,
I tell
I just
everyone.
Okay. I worry sometimes about what's called, unfortunately, by the name of ballot harvesters. So if somebody comes and knocks on your door and says, "Hey, let me help you fill out your vote by mail and then give it to me and I'll take care of it," please do not do that. Make sure that you do, and you either put your own vote by mail in the mail, or give it to a very trustworthy person that you know. Do not give it to a stranger.
Right.
Is that against the law now, Mr. Hurst? I know I thought I saw something where you can only take 2 ballots or something, but you can't take more than 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, or is it against the law? Can you explain that? Ballot harvesting?
They did. Yeah, there was a new law, but there's so many ways around it that's why I still want to just make people aware of that, and not to fall into giving your vote to somebody that you don't know, who says that we'll mail it in for you, or whatever they say they're going to do.
Right.
And
Right.
unfortunately, there's a history of that in Deerfield Beach, or I wouldn't even be bringing it up.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay, and if you're just joining us, the voice that you're hearing now on the airwaves now is that of Merrill. Well, I get tongue twisted.
Mayoral candidate,
Yeah,
Mr. Dan Hurd.
Maybe it's just Moscato over here I'm drinking right now, but Mr. Dan Hurd, he's running for mayor here in the beautiful city of Deerfield Beach. He called in to
Give us some
give
valuable
us some,
information.
information on the upcoming election, March 11th. So the people here in Deerfield Beach, Florida, you have a chance to make a difference or make a change. If you have a choice of four that you can choose from. So do your homework. That's all we're saying. Do your homework.
Yes.
And vote. After you've done your homework, go out to the polls and put in your vote, and we'll see what happens.
I got a question for Mr. Hurst. Have you been canvassing the neighborhood yourself?
Yes, and
Okay.
I've been trying to do a bunch of what we call meet and greets
Okay.
around town in different locations to make it easier on people to come and see us. But now these last 40 something days, there's going to be a lot of door knocking going on.
Yeah.
So please answer the door when you hear me knocking.
Be prepared to answer some tough questions.
Exactly.
Especially over here in District 2, because a lot of people in District 2 feel that their voices and their cries are not being heard by the people up in City Hall. So be prepared to, when these candidate forums are held and the people come out, just be prepared to answer some very tough questions and they
answer
have
the
every
door,
right.
folks. When the candidates
Answer the door
come,
and
answer
talk
the
to these
door and talk
candidates.
to them. I
Yes.
mean, you're not going to find out anything if you don't talk to them. I give a quick story while we have you on here, Mr. Hurst. I remember probably around 2013, I knew who Scott Israel was. I knew him. He was surprised when he came to my door. He was running for sheriff. I think maybe the first time, I believe that was when he ran and he lost.
First time. Yes.
Yeah, he just came and knocked on the door, and actually he came in my house. We sat down I was amazed because he sat there. He wasn't looking at his clock. He sat down with me in my house for a whole hour and talked with me. I mean, he didn't answer. I asked him some of the toughest questions about his alleged when he somehow with a suspect where he supposedly roughed the suspect. He answered everything, and I was very amazed by his answers back then. So, and I voted for him both times. I mean, he lost the first time, a close race, but the second time he came back, he remembered, and he came right back and knocked on my door. So the point I'm getting at is, people just answer the door. You never know who you might meet. And I mean, I could think of other people that was running for office over the years throughout Broward County, came over here, and I didn't never think they would come knock on my door and talk to me, but they came and we had great conversations. I mean, because I was the person who always was going to question them about the issues and they were very amazed that I knew the issues. It was kind of like they knew. It was like they knew black people knew, but they were very shocked that I knew a lot of the issues and things that, or maybe controversies or whatever that they had, and they said, and most of them, they answered all the questions truthfully, and I was impressed by them. And I had doubts about people back then, some certain people, but when they answered my questions at my door in my house, I voted for them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's answer the door when the candidates come there.
Right. And I feel the citizens, the taxpayers, it's their right. We're accountable. Everyone running for office, we're accountable to them. It's their money that we're supposed to be safeguarding and making sure is spent in the best possible way. So I feel anything is on the table, any slight that they may feel happened in the past, or they want to know how things are going to be better in the future for the community. I think all of that should be on the table, and and also demand specific answers. Sometimes you get these flowery answers that don't really tell you much.
Right. So before we let you go, any closing remarks?
No, just thank you so much for giving me the time, and hopefully maybe we can schedule one last appearance on your show. And
yeah, we got you coming back. No, we got you coming back.
Yeah.
We said that when we
You
talked.
and the vice mayor, we have
yeah.
both of you coming
Yeah.
back, and Miss Burner,
Yeah,
and Chad
Shinesky.
Stevens.
Mhm.
Chad Stevens, if you want to come on here, if you want to talk to us, we're open to negotiate talking to you. Okay, so there you have it.
And we look forward to seeing you in the future. I mean, at the candidate forums that you announced and the one that we're trying to put together now, we look forward to seeing all the candidates there that's running for mayor. We're just gonna do the one for the mayor, but I'm gonna definitely try to get to the other ones with the other candidates from all the districts there.
Yeah.
So thank you, Mr. Hertz, again
Thank
for
you, sir.
the information
Thank you.
that you brought us. Anyone else out there that you're willing to call in right now?
This is your
So
time.
don't say we let
on.
Mr. Hertz on in.
Yeah.
Y'all can call in. We got a few more minutes that we're gonna
We got
stay
about
on
10
here.
or 15 more minutes. So if you want to call in, get in on the dialogue, 754-227-1986.
And
If
thank
want
you
to get
again,
in. Thank
Mr.
you,
Hertz.
Mr. Hurst. Okay, you were listening to Mr. Dan Hurst. He's a candidate for mayor in the beautiful city of Deerfield Beach, Florida. Hello, Hayes, our cousin Vanetta Hayes up in
Detroit,
Michigan. Cuz we love you, cuz.
We love you too, cuz.
We love you.
We look forward to seeing your mom
We're gonna come
here.
see you pretty soon too.
Your mom, hopefully your mom can come when they dedicate
Yes,
the building to my dad. I know she said she was coming, so
Yes.
hopefully all our Detroit family can come here and have that momentous moment here, celebration for my dad whenever it gets announced. We're still waiting on the announcement for the date for the naming of the building of the Bernard Adams Municipal Complex. So
and if you know Casey, some people call her Casey May, Miss Casey Townsend, that is
the late Casey Townsend.
Yes, our beautiful cousin, the late Casey Townsend. That's her granddaughter. And our cousin, we love her,
Hayes.
Vanetta.
Went to a wedding in Detroit, Michigan.
Yes, we did. Had a good time.
Had a great
up there.
time
We met
in
some
Detroit.
good people up there in Detroit, Michigan. So shout out to Detroit, Michigan.
What's the other Vibe? Rich Vibe.
Was it Redville? It started with the R.
The casino up there was nice.
Yeah.
Downtown
Floods,
downtown Detroit. Y'all
So
get a chance, go there and check Floods out. Best chicken wings you ever find.
Romulus, Michigan. Hey, what's up, Romulus, Michigan? Detroit, Michigan. Big shout out to all our family up in Michigan, New York, Philadelphia, Connecticut, Georgia,
California,
Texas,
Colorado.
Out in Colorado, man. Thank you.
South Carolina, North Carolina,
South Carolinas, the Carolinas, Kentucky. You know.
Yeah.
We got family everywhere. So thank you all for tuning in to us. We're gonna be on
anything else? Because let me I know it was some other city news too that I saw that I wanted to get out. Just have to go back there. Okay, give me a moment, folks. Bear with us. The next city commission meeting is February 4th, 2025. At 7 p.m. Some news here. Okay, the maintenance of the playground equipment at Oviedo McKeithen Recreational Center. Please be advised that the playground at Oviedo McKeithen Recreational Park will be closed to the public on Monday, February 3rd, 2025, to allow for essential maintenance work to be performed by a city contractor. The cemetery office adjust hours to better serve, and it's effective February 1st, Saturday, 2025. The cemetery office located at 222 Northeast 2nd Avenue is adjusting the hours of operation for walk-in business. Also, don't forget about the ride share. You can be picked up from anywhere in the city and go over to the beach area anywhere. I forgot the area, the name they call it. I got a freeze here for a moment. But yeah, you can get a ride over to anywhere in that area. So
District
people,
1.
please use that. Please use that ride share.
Tell them about Mount Trashmore too. We have the Monarch Hill.
I'll let you tell them because you have.
Okay, the Monarch Hill. Let me find it here. It's posted on our site here on our website, the Adams Brothers Podcast, and I am going to read it right here. It is right here. Attention, Deerfield Beach residents. The Monarch Hill expansion items are set to set time specific for 1:15 p.m. The city wants to inform you about an upcoming Broward County Commission meeting on January the 28th, 2025.
That's the night. I mean, that was yesterday.
Oh, that was yesterday.
Yeah, that's gone.
That would have they were going to discuss the expansion of the Monarch Hill. They wanted to go up higher.
Even in Dade County, I saw that too.
Yeah, they wanted to.
They're
go
in a
higher.
fight
So
too.
I don't know what the outcome. I was thinking that was coming up, but
yeah, that was.
it was
28th.
item 57, 58, 59, and 60 on the agenda. The Broward County
yesterday.
Commissioner.
Yeah.
That was yesterday, so I haven't gotten an update on that.
And also the Black Heritage Banquet, a celebration of Black history.
Yeah.
With tickets went on sale Wednesday, January 15th, and the tickets are $40, and that will take place Saturday, February 22nd, 2025, from 6:30 p.m. till 9 p.m. Doors open at 5:30, and that location is going to be at the DoubleTree by the Hilton Hotel, Deerfield Beach, 100 Fairway Drive. Tickets $40. Me and Daryl plan on being there for that event. It was a great event last year, and again, that's February 22nd at 2025 for the Black Heritage Banquet, a celebration of Black history. In 2 more days, it will be Black History Month.
Yes.
3 days, because the first is Saturday.
Tune into our podcast. We will be posting Black history here
throughout the month of February.
They can take it out of schools. They can take it out of the books, but they won't be able to take it out off of our podcast. I can tell you that much.
No, and
at least for right now, they won't.
And we had, if you go back, also check out our earlier podcast we had at 6:00 with WHQT Hot 105 personality Rodney Baltimore. He dropped some nice gems on us earlier. Rodney is a student of American history. Trust me. Off the radio, he dropped some gems and some Black history gems that we're gonna be posting. He dropped a few good Black history gems on us with his family. So go back and check out that interview with Rodney Baltimore that we had. Watch the playback on our Adams Brothers Podcast Facebook page and our YouTube page. You can go back and watch all of our past broadcasts or whatever the present ones on YouTube. We're on both platforms, Facebook and YouTube right now simultaneously at the same time. Marilyn Strobridge, Meryl said, Deerfield, let's get out and vote. Yes, indeed.
Let's get out and vote. Deerfield Beach, an unforgettable night of legendary music featuring Jeffrey Osborne, performing timeless hits On the Wings of Love and Stay With Me Tonight. Also starring, will be appearing it will be Lenny Williams, bringing his iconic track, Cause I Love You. Everybody knows Lenny Williams, Cause I Love. I can't sing, but I'm trying to hit a note there. Cause I Love You. You all know what I mean. And also, back in the day, Surface, taking you back with classic hits like Happy. Only you can make me happy. And Shower Me With Your Love. Special guest, the Old School Gang. That is going to be Saturday, February 8th, 2025. VIP reception is at 6:30 p.m. Showtime is at 7:30 p.m. And the location is going to be at the Lauderhill Performing Arts Center, 3800 Northwest 11th place in the city of Lauderhill.
And that will be hosted by Rodney Baltimore.
And that will be hosted by WHQT Hot 105 radio personality Rodney Baltimore. Rodney Baltimore, I believe, he may be watching right now, but Rodney was just on our podcast. So Super Soul, MLK R&B celebration, Jeffrey Osborne, Lenny Williams, and Surface, Saturday, February 28th. Get your tickets while they're hot. The center is only so big. I plan on being there, and going down and have a good R&B night and with Rodney Baltimore, our friend Rodney Baltimore. So get your tickets. Go online and purchase your tickets. If you want to buy my tickets, I'll go with you, whoever you are. So I don't care. What you got?
That's it for me. Everyone get out and
That's it.
vote. Get out and vote. The candidates knock on your door. Please answer the door. Ask them the tough questions. Don't come on here and hide behind the computer and try to take shots at candidates. And when you have the time to come out to the candidate forums and ask them questions, when they come to your door, ask them questions. Don't wait till we come on here to try to take pot shots at people that's on here or whatever. Be a man or a woman and just come out to the forums and ask them the tough questions that the community needs to hear and that you might want to hear. Ask them. We have needs over here. Daryl is always talking about what's the thing you want?
The
amphitheater.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to see, ask those candidates, will they at least think about it or commit to it? But yeah, the amphitheater is something that we wanted over here.
I've been
at least here in the city somewhere. Yeah. At least have one. I don't care where it go at.
I've been advocating for that for the last 5 years or more.
So ask those questions. It's a lot of things that you might want to see here in your city, and we're going to continue to even hold people in the past that came on here. We need more driver license centers open. We need those places. So, we're going to continue to ask the tough questions to people that won election in November for the tax for that tax office, the newly formed tax person.
Tax
collector.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a lot of issues here, not just here in Deerfield, throughout Broward County.
Yes.
That needs to be addressed.
Yeah. We're gonna be touching down in Pompano and Fort Lauderdale more this year
than anything
than we did in the past.
Not just Deerfield.
And we would also like to extend
hopefully in the future we hope to get the new city manager. Mr. Rodney Brimlow, congratulations to him. We hope to get Mr. Brimlow on our podcast here sometime in the future. It'll be, just to talk to him. And people, again, when you see Mr. Brimlow, you can go up to him and talk to him. Yeah. He's an approachable person, whether you like him or not. He always come up to me and Daryl and talk with us. And I think if any questions we have to ask him, go and ask him. Don't wait till we get on our podcast and then come with the slick questions. You see Mr. Brimlow or any other of these public officials, go up to and ask them the questions. Ask them about your community. Ask them about anything.
And before we get off of here, we'd like to extend our condolences out to my friend. And I really love this person here, man. I'm going to miss her. I work with her down when I work with the city of Pompano Beach at the Mitchell Moore Community Center. If you've ever been by the Mitchell Moore Community Center, you all know Miss Laverne, Miss Peaches Troutman Ponder. She was always at the center in the evenings, working with the kids with the after school program and just doing all kind of things there with the city of Pompano Beach at the Mitchell Moore Community Center. Laverne, Miss Peaches Troutman Ponder. She unfortunately went on to glory, and she's no longer with us. I enjoyed working with my time with her, Miss Peaches, down there in Pompano. We had a very good relationship. Miss Peaches and Latia, her niece, Latia Troutman, and Lisa Troutman.
Troutman family.
Rochelle Troutman, the whole Troutman family. I absolutely love the Troutman family. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. Miss Laverne, Miss Peaches Troutman.
She was always nice wherever she saw us at.
I got a picture of us we took when she came to the church.
Yeah.
And I took a picture.
We all took a picture
her
together.
Yeah, she was very nice smile on her face.
Beautiful smile, beautiful
I'm gonna
person.
post that picture Her visitation is Friday, January 31st, 2025, from 6 to 8 p.m. The celebration of life, Saturday, February 1st, 2025 at 11 a.m. Visitation and celebration of life will be held at Greater Antioch Missionary Baptist Church, 420 Northwest 8th Avenue in Pompano Beach. And interment will be at Pompano Beach Cemetery, all white attire. So our condolences goes out to the
Miss
Troutman
Peaches.
family, Miss Peaches and Kiera. You know, I've watched you all grow up. You and your brother grew up from little kids. You're an adult now. You're adults now. And my heart goes out to the family of Miss Peaches down in Pompano Beach. You already know, if you need us, we're here for you. I'm gonna show my face down there and pay my respects to Miss Peaches. I absolutely love you as a coworker. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. So rest in peace, Miss Laverne, Miss Peaches, Troutman, Ponder. I love you and rest in peace. Anything else before we close them out?
No. Hope everyone stays safe. Drive safely. We just had a death here in Deerfield Beach yesterday.
Yeah.
Young man was on his motorcycle, and I don't know the details of what happened, but it was on Southwest 10th Street, Southwest 6th Avenue,
Yes.
coming into the
Yes.
Common Highlands area. The man lost his life. Prayers up for his family. Prayers up for the victim, and prayers up for the person driving the car, because I'm quite sure they're going to be traumatized for a long time to come, because someone lost their life. And everyone just drive safely and be safe here, everyone in Deerfield. And I say that everyone love each other. Look, it's we in this together. You know, everyone love each other, man, and quit just being mean to each other. And everyone that I know usually say they love God, they love the Lord. So exercise that. Don't just say that on Sunday mornings. Exercise that 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I have nothing to say else to say. We love y'all. Thank you for joining us on the Adams Brothers podcast. We look forward to seeing you, seeing with another guest, hopefully here next week or whenever throughout the community. You see us, come up to us and say hi. We're approachable.
Thank you all out there that's watching in Facebook land and YouTube land. Thank you, you for rocking with us on the Adams Brothers podcast. We love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Thank you for all of your love and support. Keep watching in 2025. We're going to elevate the dialogue and bring you news that you can rely on. Thank you very much for watching. Good night, everybody. We love you.